Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AWS Reinvent. I'm André Barreira, Managing Director from Accenture. It's a real pleasure to be here with my colleagues from Illumia and Accenture, Daniel, Salvador, and Gustavo. Today, we'll show you how Illumia and Accenture partner with AWS to reinvent customer service across 11 countries. But before diving into the solution, let's take a quick look at Illumia, the company at the heart of reinvention. And to kick things off, I'll hand it to Daniel Figueiredo, the CEO and the founder of Illumia.
Thank you very much. For me, it's a real pleasure to be here. Thank you, André, for this introduction and to have the chance to work so many times during my career together, yeah? You do something wrong in your previous life. I don't know. My name is Daniel Figueiredo. I am the CEO and founder of Illumia. My last name is quite unpronounced, so everybody is saying me Danny or Figue, yeah? And you know, when I arrived here, I look very familiar faces, yeah? I have friends in different parts of the world, so I am glad to be you here. So let me start with, how many of you are coming from Latin America? Raise your hands. Good. So, bienvenidos, bienvenidos, yeah? Thank you for being here. Let me try to introduce Illumia and Grupo Werthein. Grupo Werthein is a private economic group in Latin America. It's an Argentine group that started business in many industries, media tech, insurance, banking, IT, agribusiness, and constructions, and probably others that I don't remember, and also in terms of IT. So we are part of Grupo Werthein. Illumia born as a result of the impact of digitalization, the impact of Gen AI, the disruption that Gen AI is creating in everything that we are doing, yeah? So there is a strong need of efficiency and a strong need of treating, you know, customers in many of the companies that we manage, and we needed to do this right. And let me tell you one thing. We tried many times for doing projects, for doing transformation. To do and to implement Gen AI in our business process at scale is not transformation. It's reinvent, as Amazon is saying, or a kind of revolution. That's why we created Illumia. What we do and what we offer to the market. Three things: customer service customer care as a service, or customer journeys as a service, automation as a service, and also MarTech solutions, campaigns, how to manage and to monetize data in the different companies and the different clients that we are managing. And obviously business transformation outsourcing. In 2002, Grupo Werthein bought from AT&T, DirecTV, and Sky. Sky is the name that DirecTV is using in Brazil. And from that on, we started a very huge transformation and a very huge process of getting efficient and transforming the company. And Illumia was a key player on that transformation. DirecTV in Latin America is operating 12 different countries, the entire Latin America, the Caribbean, and also Puerto Rico. So as a context, because you probably listen to Grupo Werthein, to Illumia, to many different things, and it's important to put some context on who we are. And let me try to put some challenges that we faced. And not necessarily the ones that you are facing, but we faced those, yeah? We talk and we get promises around digital first for customer care for many years. And how many of you listen the same things and at the end it's still contact center, yeah? Raise your hands. How many? How many? It's our challenge, yeah? Second, customer data. We have data lakes, we have data all over the places. And it's a nightmare, a really nightmare, how to deal with this, and more important, how to monetize data at the time that we want to provide a better service to our companies, a better services to our clients. Raise your hands at who are facing the same problem, yeah? Okay, very huge problem. And the last one, and not less important, everybody in Latin America is doing MVPs, POCs, and many tries in order to use Gen AI in their processes. And at the end of the day, how to measure and how to identify results is not so evident. Yeah? The issue of tokenization and how to consume different platforms sometimes is diluting and in some points the efficiency is not relevant. Yeah? So those are the changes that we faced. Probably are the changes that many of you are facing in your companies. And we started from these challenges. Yeah? What we are doing at Illumia, if we need to define, obviously technology is what we are investing in and what we are managing, but at the end we are not selling technology. Yeah? We are selling outcomes. We are selling what we call a service as a software. We are saying our clients and our companies that we are intensive use, we are doing intensive use of technology, but at the end we are not trying to charge or to transfer that technology to anybody. We are selling business outcomes. Yeah? And we have models of pricing and the way that we operate and deliver these services, and we build that based on specific outcomes. Yeah? Transactions or the driver that are linking the results with the business case that our clients are producing. So this is what we are doing. The idea today is to present some of the cases that we are managing and how we are dealing with all these challenges in Latin America and in other places. We are working with an ecosystem of strategic partners. We cannot do this alone. Yeah? Obviously, Amazon is a strategic partner. Accenture, that is hosting this session, is a strategic partner. But we have others. Yeah? We have NICE. We have ESPs in Latin America because we are offering end-to-end solutions for our clients. So this is Illumia. We are going right now to move into how we are managing this and how we are delivering what I am presenting today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lumi, the AI agent from Illumia. Illumia was born with a clear purpose, in partnership with Accenture and AWS, to transform how companies connect with their customers, where empathy, agility, and intelligence coexist seamlessly. Let me share a bit more about how our business model works. But first, a few numbers that speak for themselves. According to market benchmarks, companies that adopted generative AI in customer service have reduced operational costs by up to 40%, increased first contact resolution by up to 70%, boosted conversion rates through data monetization by up to 50%, and improved NPS by as much as 25 points. Illumia delivers what few traditional organizations can: customer care that is empathetic, efficient, scalable, and secure. We offer flexible commercial models, including outcome-based engagements, business-aligned pricing, and even the integration of internal or third-party teams under an outsourcing model. Thank you for allowing me to share a glimpse of Illumia with you. See you soon.
Thank you, Lumi, for the introduction. I will pass this to Salvador Alvarez. Salvador Alvarez is the Chief Commercial Officer of Illumia, also a great friend, and he will continue to explain how we deliver these challenges.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for this. So, as Daniel said, we have been, working for years, in this industry, talking with different customers in the region, and we always find the same answer, when it comes to AI. Sometimes it's failing to deliver the promise, of operational efficiencies. We have many companies that actually are trying to build solutions, micro solutions, mega solutions, big and bloated, chatbots that you see everywhere. But sometimes it really fails to really drive, what the customer really needs. Also, every one of us who works in a large enterprise, have plenty of squads, working and testing, different agents in order to make sense and to beat the FOMO, the fear of missing out. There is something there that actually we need to explore, but sometimes we are not sure how to do it. So what we have done in Illumia is take a different approach. And we start with the business. So we sit down with the business. Our stakeholders are the CEOs, CMOs, COOs, CFOs. And we talk about customer care, because that's our specialization. So we're purely a company that drives the service, customer care, with deep domain knowledge of it, as software, using a platform that actually we built together with AWS and Accenture. So we not only have a very skilled technical team that actually to deliver the solutions, but also we have an excellent team when it comes to customer care. Our leaders are ex-CMOs, leading the operations for large organizations across the regions. But that's really important. That's a big differentiator. We start with the business. We start with the outcome. We empower ourselves with a platform fueled by AI. But as you all know, AI is not the answer for everything that actually we need. Sometimes we need automation tools. Sometimes we just need to redefine how the processes work. And these allow us to take some risks when it comes to our engagement with our customers. So we start with the business case. And we commit to the business case. We make sure that actually we simplify the implementation of the technology. We simplify the charging model. As Daniel says, we don't use tokenization model. That actually becomes a system that actually is very unpredictable when it comes to cost. Actually, we consolidate that in the analysis that actually we do, and we have a fixed cost that actually helps the customer to take from the fixed cost statement to a variable model in a very predictable manner. So we try to drive all the benefits of AI to the outcome of the business. So today we're going to see some of those demos of how we do it. We're going to have also a technical explanation, for those that are more than the technical side of what they need to do this and how we do it. Conversations are key for us. Okay? So we engage not only in the first engagement, when an entry is out with a customer, for example, comes to our organizations, it doesn't really matter if it's voice, if it's text, if it's another API. We put a lot of effort in creating models, voices, and connections that are very empathetic. Because this is a journey for all of us. It's a journey that actually we all transit to say, how do I move, for a traditional conversation and engagement with an organization for products and services, and now how do you move in this new model? Not only for our interactions with all the agents, but also agent to agent to traditional models that actually we needed. So those conversations are not only on the first line of sight, that is actually, how do I take the conversation? We also take the customer journey. What else? What happens behind the scenes in order for that to happen? So we had to redesign those customer journeys. We work with our customers, trying to redefine them in order to make it more efficient. using the knowledge that actually we have, and they use a platform that is not intrusive. We believe in non-intrusive platforms. We don't require the customers to change anything that actually they do. We help to orchestrate. We help to create that ecosystems that actually integrate not only the agents that actually we can bring forward in order to do the things that actually we need to do, but also to reuse and maximize the use of APIs, agents, ERPs, or systems that actually the customers may have. And finally, we engage with people, how we empower them, how we make the assistant, how we contextualize the business. So those interactions becomes human agent. It's a hybrid model that actually we need to do. When we engage with people as well, we can commit to the end-to-end operational efficiency cost. And this has been very well received by our customers. I have the first-hand experience every time I go there, and I say, like, listen, I'm not here to sell you technology. I'm not here selling you a license or a platform. I will work with you on outcomes. And that's a surprise. At least in Latin America, it's a model that actually not all the companies or challenges are willing to take. Instead of being a PPT or a PowerPoint presentations, with all the promises, all the things that actually we are going to do, are going to make if you hire us, we say, we trust our skill, we trust our platforms, and we're going to commit to do it. So we guarantee the results when it comes to operational efficiencies. If something costs 100, we say it will cost 80, it will cost 80. And it's our responsibility as a company that actually heads about domain knowledge to deliver it. Omnichannel. Maybe a conversation is starting in one channel, but maybe it's not the most efficient for it to resolve it. For example, roadside assistance. You may receive a call because you need some support for your car. But actually, you need geolocalization services, and maybe in the phone it's not easy to get it. So let's do a parallel connection with them. Let's open an SMS or a WhatsApp so we can interact in multiple channels at the same time. That's really important in order to orchestrate those communications in a multi-channel environment, and maybe switching them if it's possible. So the conversations last and matter within the platform. That means that the model of the super app is a model that actually we keep challenging. We all love to have super apps. I want my customer to install the app for my company. But that's not scalable. If you think about the amount of services and products that actually you consume, how many apps you need in your phone? So we're moving a pure agentic model. What it means is that if I use interfaces like, for example, Anthropic, whilst I'm driving, and I need to book, a table in a restaurant, and maybe that restaurant doesn't have an agent or an API, I may use an agent to go to that website and do the work for you. Connect the agentic model to the more traditional model. Or maybe, you want to open a complaint in a company that actually has a website. I will use an agent to go through that website and do the complaint for you. So we understand the interfaces, and we interact with the interfaces. We try to make it simpler. So not always think about an incoming message that actually you heard, but this is ecosystem that actually comes and goes. So in our vision, I don't know if you're going to need websites in the future. Why? It may be an interface of the past. We can do an API, we can do agent to agent. Even we can have an agent that actually goes through an IVR, makes a call, navigate through the IVR, and have a conversation with an agent. It's an intermediate steps of where we're going. In whichever state you are, our platform supports it, and that's really important for us. Empathetic agentic model. In order to do that, we do an architecture of microagents, white labeling microagents like Lego blocks that actually you can put together. We can create some of them together. We create some with the customers. And we parallelize them. In every interaction, we may have 4, 5, 6, 7 agents listening to that channel, to that conversation. The model that actually you build an agent that actually you keep expanding it with more knowledge actually doesn't work. We try it. Probably you tried before. What happens is you train it in one way, then you try to adjust it, and somehow start hallucinating. So the model is micro-agents in parallel, specialize them, it works much better. That means I can have an agent that actually is monitoring the sentiment of the call. If I'm complaining, I may have an agent that actually, specialize in retention, or specialize in up and cross-selling. And we need to be able to move those agents on the fly because the conversation may go in another direction. So we keep choosing which is the right agent in that moment of the conversation. It's like having different parts of your brain trying to compete with one agent that coordinates that. We're going to see some of the demos that actually we do that. But that's really important for us in order to make sure that actually we can engage in an empathetic model. And then he mentioned a powerful MarTech solution. If we keep tracking of those conversations, we remember those conversations, we know what you're doing, we can create campaigns with agents that actually analyze your data, analyze your promotions, your products, services, and based on all those engagements, we can embed these up and cross agents in the model that actually will navigate through all those conversations, all those interactions, and be activated on the fly. So, for example, if you are engaging in a roadside accident, maybe, I don't know, it will be an opportunity, to sell you an add-on in the insurance. So we send all these agents to hunt for the opportunity. And that's why we see the future also for MarTech solution. With that, we always try these zero-based or zero-low human interactions in order to make sure that actually we achieve those outcomes that actually we commit at the beginning. So for us, it's all about the software. How do we deliver service as software? Non-intrusive, open, integrating multiple technologies, integrated the systems and the investment that actually the customer have done, a micro-agent architecture, a two-way systems in order to communicate and integrate agentic walls with traditional walls, and monetizing the channel at the same time. That's customer value, empowered by AI. So with that, let me show you some of the demonstrations that actually we have.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, just like Salvador said, we're going to see some of the demos and how this multi-agent architecture work a little bit under the hood. So let's jump right to it. Okay, it's the first one.
Hello, Daniel. Thank you for contacting Illumia. My name is Luana. How can I help you today? Just a quick reminder, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Thanks for the reminder, Luana. But actually, I'm not really happy with my DirecTV service. I'd like to cancel it, please.
I understand completely, and I'm sorry to hear you're thinking of leaving us. I see you've been a customer for 3 years and have the premium package, which includes sports, movies, and series channels, correct? What has changed in your TV usage recently?
Well, actually, I'm watching a lot more streaming than what I used to do before.
So you can see the different agents interacting. So like he said, the account manager, the sentiment analyst.
I completely understand.
The master
Many
one.
customers have told us the same thing. The good news is that we have more flexible options that might fit your current needs better, keeping what you enjoy most. Tell me, do you still watch sports channels or do you use news programming a lot?
Well, yeah, actually, I do watch a lot of sports and news. Sometimes I do.
Perfect. I have a proposal that might interest you. Since you've been a loyal customer for 3 years, I can offer you the Essential Plus package, which keeps all sports and news channels for only $89.90 per month. This represents a saving of $39 monthly. Additionally, I can apply a special loyalty discount of 20% for the next 6 months, which would make the value $71.92. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good, actually. Let's go with that then. It makes sense for me.
Excellent choice. I'm very happy to keep you with us on a plan that makes more sense for you. I'll process the change now. The new Essential Plus package with the loyalty discount will be activated immediately, and you'll see the value of $71.92 on your next bill due on December 15th. I'll send you a confirmation email at customer@gmail.com with all the details of the change and the list of available channels. Is that email correct?
Well, that's an example, of course, a pretty easy customer, right? Not all the customers will accept an offer like that. But just to highlight, the multi-agents and how they work together in the master kind of decides what to answer back to the customer. And this is like an app. We did the video, so we thought about doing the live demo, but we were concerned that it might not work on this setup here. We didn't know how it worked. So that's the first example. The churn, very big problem for some of these TV companies. And then we're going to see the second one, last one.
Yeah. So there is some delays, in the response,
Yep.
just to show you. So we're going to show another demo of how it works in real time in conversations that actually we record live.
Hello, Daniel. Thank you for contacting Illumia. My name is Luana. How may I help you today?
Hi, Luana. Can you check whether my bill is correct, please?
I can certainly check that for you right away. I already have your details loaded. I'm accessing your billing history here. Looking at this, the average value of your last TV package bills was around $189.90, but this month it came to $259.90, correct?
That is correct. So why the sharp rise in cost?
Perfect. I understand your dissatisfaction, and I will explain how we will proceed. I will register a dispute in confidence, meaning the credit for the difference will be applied to your next bill so you are not disadvantaged while we conduct the analysis. During this process, our billing team will review the case in detail. If the dispute is valid, the credit will be permanently maintained. If it is invalid, meaning if we identify that the amount charged was correct, the credit will be reversed in the following bill.
Okay, please proceed with that then, please, Luana.
Perfect. I have already registered the dispute under number CL9458723. The credit of $70 will be automatically applied to your next bill, and the analysis result will be sent via email within 10 business days. And just a quick reminder, what happens in Vegas stays. Wait a minute. Share it with everyone.
Okay. Yeah, just a little joke. Yeah. The avatar, of course, we're still thinking about it as a separate channel. It's not very cheap, so you have to really think about where to use it and how to use it for the best of your business case. But it's a possibility. The back end is the same for voice, for text, or even for the avatar. It's all the same, and you kind of choose how to use it.
So we're trying with a customer that actually wants to do video conferencing. So video conferencing services with avatar, is something possible that actually you can do. If there is a need, the customer care. For us, it's all the same. It's how you deliver the message in that matter.
That's right. Yeah, and now we're going to see a little bit more of the solution and a little bit what's under the hood, as I said.
Hello again. I want to present to you the next-gen operating model and architecture for the customer service transformation in Illumia, powered by generative AI and agentic experience. A model that completely redefines how customers interact, how agents perform, and how organizations learn from every single conversation. At the core, a living architecture that connecting people, data, and decisions in real time. Let's explore it, layer by layer. At the top, we have the control tower. This is where everything comes together. Operations are orchestrated, performance is monitored, and strategies are adjusted dynamically. It's the strategic brain that ensures every part of the ecosystem works in harmony, optimizing experience, cost, and efficiency. Next, we have the text, digital, and voice channels, the front door of the experience. Here live the AI agents that engage customers across web, app, chat, and IVR. Each channel has its own tone, personality, and context awareness, yet all of them connect to the same intelligent core. That core is the Gen AI engine, the brain. This is where the intelligence truly happens. A multi-agent orchestrator manages specialized models, LLMs, SLMs, integrated with the knowledge base, AI content curation, and the customer interaction database. Every insight, every response, every decision is powered by real data and continuous learning. This engine doesn't just answer, it thinks, predicts, and evolves. This is the micro-agents layer, where intelligence becomes modular. Each micro-agent is a specialist AI, built to solve complex challenges from diagnostics to prediction. They're reusable, composable, and scalable, turning every new use case into an asset of intelligence. While customers are served by AI agents, human agents work side by side with their co-pilot, a single intelligent screen that provides recommendations, automates actions, and anticipates the next best move. Here, human intuition and artificial intelligence operate as one. All information flows into the Data Insights Hub. This is where data becomes knowledge. Every customer interaction feeds analytics, understanding patterns, resolution times, satisfaction drivers. And finally, at the foundation, the Process Optimization Lab. Here, intelligence turns into action. Inefficiencies are identified, processes are redesigned, and new automations are deployed. It's where the system learns from itself, and the cycle of improvement never stops. Together, these layers form a self-learning ecosystem, an architecture where every conversation, every agent, and every insight contributes to a smarter, faster, and more human customer experience.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the main important parts of the architecture that we need actually to serve is when you think about customer care, there are a lot of spikes in the demand. So you're a constant, and then a constant demand. And then, for example, there's like an important game for DirecTV, and the spike on usage is like crazy. So we tried to use as most as we could serverless components. Very few exceptions for the telephony part. Apart from that, everything else is serverless. And just a curiosity, on the first week that we went into production, there was like I think it was a Thursday, where they had a lot of games of the national teams in Latin America, Brazil, Argentina, everything. And we just basically hit the max that we had 3 times over at 9 o'clock at night. It was crazy. And we were able to, using, of course, AWS serverless components to support that spike. We're just going to see one more call and then a little more of the components.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm your DirecTV virtual assistant. Who am I speaking with?
Very good morning, I'm Mark Smith.
Hi, Mr. Smith. Pleasure to meet you. I saw that you requested a copy of your bill. Is that what you need?
I was waiting for the bill and it still hasn't arrived. Can you send me a copy?
Sure. I'm going to sort this out right now. Let me look up the information for you. Perfect. I found your account and confirmed that you have the electronic bill service activated. The bills are sent to the registered email that starts with the letters MS and ends with @gmail.com. Is that email correct?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm sending your bill to your registered email right now. One moment. Done. I've sent it. You should receive the bill in your inbox in the next few minutes. Is everything all right?
Yes. Perfect, thanks.
Great. Remember that from Me DirecTV, you can download previous bills if you need them. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, everything's perfect. Thank you very much for your help.
It was a pleasure to assist you. Have an excellent day.
Okay. So as I said, it's mostly based on serverless components. Our main database is OpenSearch, and that's using that and Redis. That's how we transfer context from one channel to another to support true omni-channel. So since the behind the scenes brain is the same, so if you're in voice in the IVR, for example, and you go to a text channel, the context completely transferred to the text channels. It just keeps talking to you on the text as if you were talking on the IVR in the first place. And that's OpenSearch to help with that. We use Amazon Transcribe as a speech-to-text. Very happy with that. Our main component is the Amazon Bedrock, which gave us a lot of flexibility to change the LLMs. So we started with one, and then we already have, we're using 4 different ones, and we keep looking and seeing what's coming to use the best, what works best for that specific agent, right? For the voice, most of the voice that we heard actually are from 11 Labs, so the text-to-speech startup. We also use for our RAG the knowledge base from Bedrock as well. And for the orchestration of the agents, we use Versal AI, so the open source using Node. And yeah, the guardrails, they're also in AWS, so we implemented them. And this is just to show some of the LLMs that we use. So for a faster, simpler, quicker response, we use Amazon Nova, mostly Nova Lite. We use a lot of Anthropic, so we use Sonnet 4, Sonnet 4.5, and Haiku 4.5, which is the fastest one. Just came out about a month ago. So we're constantly on the lookout for whatever's coming and to see whatever works best for us. And of course, cost is also something that we keep looking and trying to see what's the best that works best for that use case. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go to the next one and pass it down back to Daniel. Talk about the results.
Okay, thank you, Gustavo. Let me talk about results. Yeah. First of all, let me talk about DirectTV because we make a huge transformation. When we started the transformation, we used to have thousands of CSRs around Latin America, unionized in different countries, with more than 10 years working as a CSR. Yeah? So we had a very, very challenging situation at the beginning. In rewriting the customer interaction, the reinvent or the revolution that I mentioned, first 12 months of implementing the first pieces of our solution, we decreased the total cost of ownership in 25%. Yeah? We are aiming to have a 45% reduction on TCO during the length of the entire program. So when we Lumi talk about our aspirations on results, we are getting the results right now. Yeah? Something that it was very important for the business that DirectTV and Sky is managing, registrations. Yeah? How the customers are being registered in our systems. When we implemented the solution in the first weeks, we increased 3 times the success on the registration. When we talk about how much we resolve, in the first 4 weeks, we increased that into 84%. So these are results that matters. We are not talking about aspirations. We are talking about real results that we are facing. And when we talk about Gen AI, we talk about in some cases hallucinations. Yeah, we filter 97% of the interactions without 0 hallucinations. We still have 3% that we need challenges on. A challenge during the operational side that we need to continue to work on that dimension. And obviously, something that we cannot decline, even though we want to get efficiencies and reduce the total cost of ownership, NPS is very important. Yeah? We had customers that were very frustrated in the way that they interact with us, and we are improving that vis-a-vis that we deliver the use cases into the new paradigm. Let me talk about 2 or 3 things that for me is important, and I will ask also Salva to join me on that. What we are doing right now, commercial expansions. We are expanding our portfolio of clients. So can we comment on what we are doing in terms of commercial expansion in our different markets?
Actually, we are serving already 10 million customers, so we have a client 0 that actually is one of the largest tech medias, in the region. That means that actually, it's a proven platform. It's something that actually we are expanding and talking about customers in all Latin America. Indeed, yesterday, we have the meeting with the AWS team as well, and they asked us when we're going to America, to the US. And it's mainly because the purpose, isn't it? This is applied technology. If you think about, where everything is going, the other day, the Blackstone, CEO was talking about, where to invest. As I said, it's rule-based companies that actually have domain expertise, supported with a large ecosystem, working with technical partners that actually what we're doing in order to expand it. So all over Latin America at this stage, we are only 18 months old, as a company, but with big dreams and big ambitions.
Thank you, Salva. Another 2 or 3 things that I would like to comment with you, other than the technical side, the demonstrations, and what we are doing. What we expect on our people. We are working very hard. We have not only a huge expertise in terms of how to deal with Gen AI at scale, but we also have a huge expertise in terms of operational processes. And we expect 3 things. I continue to mention this, in different places when we talk about my people in the region. I expect people with passion. I expect people with ambition and great souls. Yeah, I don't expect any more and any less of that. And I think we are building a team on that direction. And on the other side, we are building a team of partners, and our partners become our friends because we work so close with them that sometimes we are not seeing who is in which company, yeah? So this is very important, and this is for us a precondition on what we are doing. And we don't want to do only this. We are working right now in Latin America. Sometimes the other day, a person approached me and he said, are you planning to stay in Latin America only? No, we are not planning to stay in Latin America only. We want to keep our focus in order to expand our company in such a way that we can manage. Salva is managing, the expansion in a very, in a way that we are focusing on deliver results, increasing the number of clients, and this is very important for us, yeah? And just for closing, and then I will open to questions and comments, I would like from you not only questions on what we are doing, I would like to understand your visions and your comments on that, because obviously all of you are having similar challenges in your companies. But we have a purpose, yeah? Obviously, we are a company, we want to gain money, we want to expand our footprint, and we want to deliver what we promise. But if you look into our logo, we are Illumia, yeah? Where empathy meets AI. We want to be the co-pilot of human beings at the time that they interact and navigate the different ecosystems that they use for living, and the different experiences that they are managing. This is our purpose. We are there. We would like to innovate. We are not trying to be the ones imagining how much the Gen AI or the artificial intelligence will impact our business. We are ready to surf the wave and how to deliver that and scale into our business processes. So this is where we are. Thank you for the patience and to listen to us. And I will open the stage for questions and comments. I want to receive also your comments. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, for all your attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.